For more than a century, Hollywood has been the land of dreams. It's where ordinary people became international superstars, where glamorous premieres, flashing cameras, and red carpets created the illusion of perfect lives. To millions of moviegoers, Hollywood represented success, beauty, wealth, and fame. But behind the dazzling lights and smiling faces often lay a much darker reality. Hidden from the public were bitter rivalries, shocking crimes, heartbreaking tragedies, financial scandals, secret romances, and scandals that dominated newspaper headlines for weeks or even years. Some careers never recovered. Others became stronger, and a few scandals changed Hollywood forever. Today, we're taking a journey back through some of the biggest Hollywood scandals that shocked America. These stories fascinated millions of people and forever changed how audiences viewed their favorite stars. Let's begin. Number 10. The mysterious death of Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood was one of Hollywood's brightest stars. She appeared in unforgettable films including West Side Story, Rebel Without a Cause, and Splendor in the Grass. By the early 1980s, she remained one of America's most beloved actresses. Then, on Thanksgiving weekend in 1981, tragedy struck. Wood was aboard her yacht, the Splendor, with her husband Robert Wagner and actor Christopher Walken off the coast of California. During the night, she disappeared. The next morning, her body was discovered floating in the water. Authorities initially ruled her death an accidental drowning, but questions never disappeared. How did she end up in the water? Why had she reportedly feared deep water or was digging out from the body from all these quiet 17 boys in love? Over the years, new witnesses came forward, and the investigation was reopened. Although no one has ever been charged with a crime, the mystery continues to fascinate Hollywood historians. More than 4 decades later, Natalie Wood's death remains one of Hollywood's greatest unsolved mysteries. Number 9. The Fatty Arbuckle Trial. Long before television existed, silent film comedian Roscoe "Fatty" Arbuckle was one of the biggest stars in America. He earned enormous salaries and delighted audiences with his comedy. Everything changed in 1921. After attending a party in San Francisco, actress Virginia Rappi became seriously ill and later died. Arbuckle was accused of causing her death. The newspapers exploded with sensational headlines. America became obsessed with the trial. Although Arbuckle was eventually acquitted, after 3 separate trials, the damage had already been done. His film career collapsed almost overnight. The scandal also convinced Hollywood studios that they needed stricter rules to protect their public image. Many historians believe the Arbuckle case permanently changed how Hollywood managed celebrity scandals. Number 8. Ingrid Bergman's Forbidden Romance. During the 1940s, Ingrid Bergman was considered one of Hollywood's most admired actresses. Elegant, talented, graceful, she appeared to embody the perfect movie star. Then everything changed. While filming in Italy, Bergman fell in love with director Roberto Rossellini. The problem? Both were married to other people. When news of their relationship became public, America reacted with outrage. Newspapers condemned her. Political leaders criticized her. She was even denounced on the floor of the United States Senate. Hollywood turned its back on one of its greatest actresses. For years, Bergman found it difficult to work in American films. Eventually, public opinion softened. She returned to Hollywood and won additional Academy Awards. Today, many people view the scandal very differently than audiences did in the 1950s. Number 7. Charlie Chaplin leaves America. Charlie Chaplin wasn't simply a movie star. He was one of the most famous people on earth. His Little Tramp character became a symbol of silent cinema. But during the late 1940s and early 1950s, Chaplin found himself surrounded by controversy. He faced accusations regarding his political beliefs, personal relationships, and moral character. Although he denied many of the allegations, public opinion became increasingly divided. In 1952, while traveling to Europe, the U.S. South government revoked his re-entry permit. Rather than immediately return, Chaplin settled in Switzerland. One of Hollywood's greatest pioneers spent decades living outside the country that had made him famous. Years later, attitudes changed dramatically. In 1972, Chaplin returned to Hollywood to receive an honorary Academy Award. The audience gave him one of the longest standing ovations in Oscar history. Sometimes history offers second chances. Number 6. The tragic death of Marilyn Monroe. No Hollywood scandal has generated more speculation than the death of Marilyn Monroe. By the early 1960s, Marilyn had become the world's biggest female movie star. Her beauty was legendary. Her films were box office successes. Yet behind the glamorous image was a woman struggling with anxiety, insomnia, and the pressures of fame. On August 5, 1962, Marilyn Monroe was found dead in her Los Angeles home at just 36 years old. The official cause of death was ruled a probable suicide caused by an overdose of barbiturates, but almost immediately, questions began circulating. Rumors connected her to powerful political figures. Others believed important evidence had been overlooked. Books, documentaries, and investigations have continued for decades. Although the official conclusion has never changed, Marilyn's death remains one of Hollywood's most discussed mysteries. Even today, new generations continue searching for answers to questions that may never be fully resolved. Number 5. Elizabeth Taylor, Richard Burton, and the romance that shocked the world. Few love stories caused as much controversy as the romance between Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. The two actors met while filming Cleopatra in 1962. Their chemistry was undeniable. There was only one problem. Both were married to other people. When news of their relationship became public, newspapers around the world exploded. The Vatican even criticized the affair, calling it a threat to moral values. Hollywood had never witnessed anything quite like it. Paparazzi followed them everywhere. Every vacation became front-page news. Every argument became international gossip. Eventually, Taylor and Burton married, then divorced, then remarried, then divorced again. Despite the drama, audiences never stopped being fascinated by their passionate relationship. To this day, many consider them Hollywood's most famous celebrity couple. Number 4. The Hollywood blacklist. Not every scandal involved romance or crime. Some were deeply political. During the late 1940s and 1950s, America entered the Cold War. Fear of communist influence spread throughout the country. Hollywood became one of its biggest battlegrounds. Actors, writers, and directors were called before congressional hearings and questioned about their political beliefs. Those who refused to cooperate were often blacklisted. They lost their jobs. Studios refused to hire them. Some wrote under fake names just to survive financially. Entire careers disappeared almost overnight. One of the most famous victims was screenwriter Dalton Trumbo. Despite being blacklisted, he secretly wrote award-winning screenplays under pseudonyms. Years later, Hollywood finally acknowledged the injustice. Today, the blacklist serves as a reminder of how fear and politics can dramatically affect artistic freedom. Number 3. Winona Ryder's shoplifting arrest. By the late 1990s, Winona Ryder had become one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Films, such as Beetlejuice, Edward Scissorhands, and Little Women, made her one of the industry's most respected actresses. Then, in December 2001, everything changed. Ryder was arrested after being accused of shoplifting designer clothing from a Beverly Hills department store. The news dominated television and newspapers. Many people couldn't understand why a successful actress would steal items she could easily afford. The case generated endless speculation. Some suggested emotional stress, others pointed to medication. Whatever the reason, the incident damaged her reputation. For years, major acting opportunities became scarce. Yet Hollywood is often a place of second chances. Years later, Ryder made a remarkable comeback through the hit series Stranger Things. Her return reminded audiences that one mistake does not necessarily define an entire career. Number 2. Hugh Grant's arrest. In 1995, Hugh Grant seemed to have everything. His romantic comedy Four Weddings and a Funeral had become a massive success. He was charming, popular, and dating actress Elizabeth Hurley. Then came one of Hollywood's most unexpected scandals. Grant was arrested in Los Angeles after being caught with a sex worker. The story instantly became international news. Television programs discussed it for weeks. Many believed his career was finished. Instead of hiding, Grant did something unusual. He publicly accepted responsibility. Appearing on late-night television, he apologized without making excuses. His honesty impressed many viewers. Remarkably, his career recovered. He went on to star in successful films including Notting Hill, Love Actually, and Bridget Jones's Diary. His story demonstrated that accountability can sometimes help rebuild public trust. Number 1. The death of James Dean. Our final story isn't simply a Hollywood scandal. It's one of the greatest tragedies in entertainment history. James Dean appeared in only 3 major films. Yet those performances made him one of cinema's greatest legends. In September 1955, Dean was driving his Porsche 550 Spider to a racing event in California. He loved fast cars. He loved racing. Sadly, during the journey, another vehicle entered his path. The collision proved fatal. James Dean was only 24 years old. The news shocked America. Fans gathered outside movie theaters to mourn. Newspapers covered every detail of the accident. Soon afterward, strange stories began circulating about Dean's Porsche. Some believed the car was cursed because parts removed from it were later involved in additional accidents. Whether those stories were true or simply urban legends, they only added to Dean's already mythical reputation. More than 70 years later, James Dean remains a symbol of youthful rebellion and unrealized potential. His brief career continues inspiring actors around the world. Why Hollywood scandals capture our imagination? Why do these stories continue fascinating us decades later? Perhaps because they remind us that celebrities are human. Behind every glamorous photograph is a real person, someone capable of making mistakes, experiencing heartbreak, facing difficult decisions, or enduring unimaginable tragedy. Hollywood often encourages audiences to believe in perfection. Scandals remind us that perfection doesn't exist. Even the biggest stars experience the same emotions, fears, and challenges as everyone else. Hollywood today. The way scandals unfold has changed dramatically. During Hollywood's golden age, fans waited for newspapers or television broadcasts to learn the latest developments. Today, news spreads around the world within minutes through social media and online news sites. Celebrities live under constant public attention. Every photograph, every interview, every mistake can become global news almost instantly. Yet one thing hasn't changed. People remain fascinated by the lives behind the spotlight. Conclusion: Hollywood has always been a place where dreams are created, but behind the glamour, many unforgettable stories unfolded. Some were heartbreaking, some were mysterious, others permanently changed the entertainment industry. From the tragic death of Marilyn Monroe and the mystery surrounding Natalie Wood, to Charlie Chaplin's exile, Elizabeth Taylor's unforgettable romance, and the Hollywood blacklist, these scandals became part of cinema history. They remind us that fame often comes with extraordinary pressure, and that behind every famous face is a human story far more complex than audiences ever imagined. Now we'd love to hear from you. Which Hollywood scandal surprised you the most? Do you remember following any of these stories when they first made headlines? Share your memories and opinions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this journey through Hollywood history, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more stories celebrating the legends, mysteries, movies, and unforgettable moments that made the good old days so fascinating. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next trip behind the silver screen.